Hello, and thanks for stopping by. Today we'll be discussing my tag list configuration in AwesomeWM. Now I have customized my tag list in such a way that it makes it look like Pac-Man is eating the ghosts. So take a look at this demonstration real quick. And that's what I'll be showing you how to do today. So the first thing you want to do is go to awful.tag. And in awful.tag, we're going to put in parentheses and curly brackets our 9 icons. You can have however many tags you want, but for the sake of this tutorial, we're using the default 9. And so what I've done was that I added Pac-Man for the first one, and then for the rest of them, I added the ghosts. S is for our screens, both of them, as a matter of fact, because I use 2 monitors. And then awful.layout.layouts has the number 2 in square brackets. That 2 is the default layout that I've selected, which you can set yours to whatever you want. I commented out a majority of mine, and so I only have 2 layouts, and I've set mine to the second layout. Once you've set that up, we need to go to where it says create a tag list widget. And we're going to set a local variable. I called it tag_colors. And I set it equal to all of this that's in curly brackets. I set a color for each of the 9 tags. And so the first color is the blue ghost from Pac-Man. And the rest of the colors, except for pink and white, which are at the end, are the rainbow colors in my wallpaper. And you don't really have to have all of these colors, but I'm doing all of these colors because that's the way I want it. I wanted it to be multicolored. Next, we're going to go to s.mytaglist equals awful.widget.taglist. We're going to set screen to S for all of my screens. We're going to set the filter to awful.widget.taglist.filter.all so that way we can see all of our tags. Now, if you wanted it to be more dynamic, you could put filter.noEmpty. But if you do that, you're still going to be limited to these 9 tags. So if you want more, I suggest you add additional tags at the end of this. Buttons are equal to taglist_buttons. And then we created a widget template. And we put all of this in curly brackets. And in another set of curly brackets, we made a widget equal to webox.widget.textbox. And we set the ID to text_role. And then we move on down where we set the widget equal to webox.container.background. The ID is equal to background_role. And then we did a create callback. And the way that we did that was we create_callback equals function. So we set a function, in other words. And we had to set some variables too for this function. We had to do self, t, index, objects. And then we did self:get_children_by_id. And we put in parentheses and single quotes background_role. And then in square brackets, we put in 1 followed by .fg equals tag_colors and in square brackets t.index. Now we did all of this because we want to set the foreground equal to tag_colors. And we want it to cycle through the index of tags that we have to assign the text colors to the rightful places. And that's how we got the different colored ghosts. Now, one thing that you can do is you can hover over it and it turns blue. And the way that you do that is that we're going to connect the signal to self on mouse enter. And we're going to set a function that if self.fg tilde equals this blue color, then self.backup equals self.fg. Self.has_backup is equal to true. And then we're going to end that if statement. And we set self.fg equal to that blue color. And then we ended that function. And then we set up another connect signal to self, where on the mouse leave, we set up a function that if self.has_backup, then self.fg equals self.backup. And our backup is our tag colors. So on leave, it will return to its default state. On enter, it will show up with that blue color from Pac-Man. Now for this next part, what we want to do is get it to where Pac-Man looks like he's eating the ghosts when he goes by each and every tag. In other words, when you click on a ghost, it turns into Pac-Man. And we want it to also do it when we scroll with our mouse wheel. So we want to do it when we click on them, and we want to do it when we scroll through them. In this particular case, this is when we click on them. So when we click on the ghost, if the tag that is selected is named ghost, then it's going to find every tag by Pac-Man, and it's going to set it equal to Ghost. And then the tag that it is selected on, it will turn it into Pac-Man. And you want to do it in this order. And the reason I've got this dialog box over here is because I put this in more than one place, because you need to put it in more than one place. And so the first section, you'll want to put this line of code in, this code here. You'll want to put it on left mouse click when you scroll up, when you scroll down, when you scroll up on the desktop, when you scroll down on the desktop, when you scroll on the tag list, when you use your key bindings for your tag list, and when your focus follows the mouse. So you'll want to find all of those places in the code and stick them in the code. So take your time and look for these places in your code. The next thing you'll want to do is go out of your rc.lua file and go into your theme.lua file and set theme.taglist_fg_occupied equal to that blue icon from Pac-Man. Set your taglist_fg_focused as the yellow from Pac-Man. In other words, whenever you're on a tag, it turns Pac-Man yellow, just like it turns the ghost blue when they're occupied. And then set your taglist_bg_focused equal to black, set the occupied to black, and set the empty to black, unless your theming doesn't allow for that, meaning that you have a different color scheme. Then you set it to whatever you want. But for my theming, the background is black. And we commented out this fg_empty because I wanted different tag colors. And I wanted to define my tag colors in this Taglist widget section of my rc.lua file so that I could index them in this background container. And with that, we have come full circle. And so this is just an idea of something that you can do creatively with your tags. I decided to do Pac-Man for some reason. The idea just came to me one day and I really liked it, so I went with it. But you can use this to customize the colors, customize the text, and just do whatever you want with it, because the possibilities are endless. And with that, we have come full circle. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe, and I shall see you guys in the next video.